news came my way. I woke up to find that I had blew my mind. Western Union man, bad news in his hand, knocking at my door, selling me the score. 15 cents a word to read, a telegram I didn't need. Says she doesn't care no more, think I'll throw it on the floor. Got your cable just today, kill my groove, I've got to say. Western Union. Now you've gone away, and how it's sad to say you've gone. I remember what they said, now I'm going out of my head. Telegram just had to say, you learned your lesson all the way. Telegram just had to say, you learned your lesson all the way. I'll be on my way, 'cause there's another girl for me. I'll be sure of her, things will be as they were.
While there are nails, and all the nails are made to replicas of the nails at the time, but most of the fastenings are pins, oak pins that go into both timbers. It's just a fascinating job. Anyway, from here I come back up here to the lighthouse. You go right out this road here. Lighthouse is a great exhibit for, tells you how a Fresnel lens, which happens to be in the window right behind you, can throw a 40-watt light bulb, can throw light 15 to 18 miles out to the horizon because of the Fresnel lens. That's actual reproduction of the light at Nantucket. If you ever see pictures of Nantucket, you'll see sailboats, catboats, and that light in almost every picture. This is the Joseph Conrad, Danish training vessel. 1905, it was cut in half in the Copenhagen harbor by a French freighter. There was a full complement of cadets, naval cadets on the boat, and their parents were waiting to see them come back. 22 of the cadets were lost. The boat was raised because it's steel, and been working ever since. Going down here, you see the mast over there just above the green.
Yes.
That's the L.A. Dutton. L.A. Dutton is a Grand Bank scooter. Grand Banks are off the coast of Massachusetts and Maine, going up that way. Probably the best fishery in the entire world. It's been overfished terribly now, but it's still a very fine fishery. This boat was built in 1920 in Boston, sailed out of Boston and Gloucester. They would go out to the Grand Banks, and even though you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the water is only 50 feet deep on these banks, and all of the fish would go there. They would spawn there, they would go up there, and then the predator chain comes right in and picks them all up, so that bigger and bigger fish would find their way there. They would drop an anchor, put the guys overboard, and a 14-foot door. You'll see that door on the deck. 2,000 baits, 2,000 hooks, tow the fish all day, and hopefully at the end of the day not catch too many fish that they sink or that they can't find their way back to the boat. Between 1840 and 1880, an average of over 550 sailors were lost from Gloucester every single year. So you talk about, you ever watch Deadliest Catch on TV?
No.
Love the show. It wasn't nearly as deadly as this was. Anyway, these are all shops in here. You can, there's an advertising on the side of this building. At the tavern, you can buy a 5-cent beer. You can't buy a 5-cent beer, but you can buy a beer. Bank, apothecary, hoop shop. Those hoops around the bottom of the mast there, they were made right here. other shops, candle shop, the smithy shop, the carving shop, the barrel shop, all located in here. This is a chapel, the schoolhouse, general store over here. These buildings, by the way, are air conditioned, so when it gets too warm to be walking around out here, you go visit them for a while. First 2 floors, lots of maritime artifacts and lots of videos on the fishing industry, the whaling industry, and the shipping industry. 47 is my very favorite. It's figureheads, darkened building, beautifully painted and lit figureheads in there, and also air conditioning. Great art exhibits in here, small boat exhibits here. The planetarium's here. Next show is at 2 o'clock if you want to take a planetarium in. Lots and lots of stuff, more small boats here. This unusual building is where they made rope. Back and forth, the long legs of rope. Lots and lots of stuff to see in every building. If you find something you're interested in and want to learn more about, come on back here and I'll point you in the right direction.
Okay,
right,
great.
Okay, have a great time. Thanks for coming.
We had these boards shrunk, and we had to, is wood, but you needed, the technique was to use metal at the ends of the planks. And for the knees, they would use these, put a washer on here to hold that in place. This was wood, fire damage. This was actually pulled off the board and fired up here. Two very stupid sailors put the ship on fire. No, I'm sure they were severely reprimanded, punished, whipped, whatever. But this piece, they could see that this thing needed replacing, so let's just have that as a demonstration piece. Show everybody what we need. You're welcome. Any questions on anything or what you're looking at out here? You want to point on this model? What are you looking at? Okay. This is the bowsprit. You know what a bowsprit is? This square piece that shovels in against it. If not, this is the piece right here. That piece right there is what he's going to make that piece of wood. The next piece, the next big piece, that came from Seattle.